Who will be this year's homecoming king and queen? Find out this Saturday at the Texas State homecoming football game. From Bobcat Update, I'm Deborah Rivera. Students are participating in the traditional homecoming events this week. Over 50 contestants enter the talent show to compete for a top prize. You can walk the bank, take a kayak, or just jump in with a snorkel set. The San Marcos River cleanup takes place this Saturday. Some students waited in line for almost 3 hours to cast their vote. But Texas State junior Jasmine Goerty says the long wait was worth it.
I think it's important for us to come out here, even though it's a long line. I think it's important. So I'm willing to wait in the line, even though I guess this is like the longest precinct. I went to other ones and they're like short. But
local candidates spent hours campaigning on Election Day. Mayoral candidate Dave Newman was pleased with the voter turnout this year.
An amazing display of democracy and civic duty and interest and everything, and I just want to say thanks to everybody for their support and just for getting out and voting in general.
The incumbent mayor, Susan Narvaez, was re-elected into office with just over 50% of the votes. Jackie Cable supported her campaign.
I was president of Sights and Sounds of Christmas for a number of years and had to work, of course, with the city and with the mayor and with the city manager, and I always found Susan to be helpful and supportive, very supportive.
City Council member Chris Jones was also re-elected into office. Jones wants to increase local employment.
Well, the first thing that I would work on is economic development, try to bring some jobs to San Marcos, and specifically what I want to focus on is actually focusing on the industries that are in Central Texas, such as the medical industry and such as the high-tech industry.
University radio station KTSW reported live from George's Lounge Tuesday evening, where students and faculty gathered for an election watch party. KTSW election reporter James McNeil was not surprised with the results.
Sure. I thought that the elections went actually probably how they were projected to go. I think Mayor Susan Narvaez was a viable candidate to be considered for her third term. I do think that with Dave Newman running and Daniel McCarthy running, both of them probably took votes away where if they may have had just one candidate running against Mayor Susan Narvaez, it could have been a little closer.
Student Association of Campus Activities sponsored the Homecoming Talent Show at Evans Auditorium last night. Nearly 1,000 tickets were sold, leaving several students without seats. SACA awarded students Spark Points for attending the show and sold low-priced homecoming t-shirts. Students cheered and danced in their seats throughout the night. Texas State junior Justin Payne hosted the show while 3 musicians entertained the audience in between performances. 12 solo, duet, and group performances competed in the talent show in 4 different categories. ASG Vice President Jason Moore sang in the music category, while groups such as the Japanese Culture Club and Harambe danced in the movement category. Talent show director Branston Harris says the talent show was very diverse this year. Adding to the spirit of the show, University President Denise Traub recognized this year's Homecoming Court and Gaillardian nominees during intermission. The winning Gaillardians were announced, but the results for the Homecoming King and Queen were not revealed. And who will be this year's Homecoming King and Queen? Find out this Saturday at the Texas State homecoming football game. From Bobcat Update, I'm Deborah Rivera. Governor Rick Perry says Texas needs to lead the change on energy independence. The governor addressed the Clean Carbon Policy Summit and Project Expo this morning in Austin, expressing that the nation must reduce its dependence on foreign oil by building a more diverse portfolio. Perry says that since Texas produces 25% of the nation's crude oil and leads the country in refining and natural gas production, the state should front the country's way. He also says that the state must foster a relationship between government, industry, and academia to attain energy diversification.